What's going on, guys? Justin, aka Straight Hacks, here for week 9 of the SDA Latios Division. This week we are taking on Lazy Boy and the Massachusetts Masquerades. Their team consists of Iron Treads, Keldeo, Sarah Ledge with Terra's Ghost, Grass, and Fighting, Iron Boulder, Ogrepon, Hydreigon, Pheasantipity, Whimsicott with the Terra's Fire, Ground, and Water, Electros, and Articuno with the Terra's Steel, Fairy, and Ground. The six we are bringing to take on Lazy Boy are first up our Heavy Duty Boots, Protean, Meowscarada, a Flower Trick, Sucker Punch, Triple Axle, U Turn, 56 in HP, 252 in attack, and 200 in speed with a Jolly Nature, which will let us outspeed everything on their team, Whimsicott and below. Um, and overall, just does some good damage. Can just kind of click buttons versus this team and be a good, potentially clean up Mon against a lot of their threats like Keldeo, like a Boulder, like a Sarah Ledge that's Terra Ghost or non Terra, things like that. We have one of our best checks to their Iron Treads, and that is going to be our Rotom Heat Heavy Duty Boots with the Levitate ability, Overheat Volt Switch, Pain Split Will-O-Wisp, 248 in HP, 52 in defense, and a Bold Nature and 8 in Spadef. Iron Treads, outside of having a rock move, doesn't really have anything to hit this, and even those rock moves are not going to do a ton of damage unless they're super physically invested. And it's just going to be our best check against it. Switching into like its levitates and stuff. It's also going to be really good against the Ogrepon as well. We have our Choice Scarf, Galarian Zapdos, Defiant Ability, Close Combat, Brave Bird, Stomping Tantrum, U-Turn, 16 HP, 252 in attack, and 240 in speed with a Jolly Nature. This will let us speed tie, it will let us outspeed everything on their team, barring any speed boosts or Scarfers that are 106 or above there. The Iron Treads, Keldeo, Ogrepon, Whimsicott, Iron Boulder, anything with a speed boost or anything scarfed in that range will be faster than us. But the combination of Close Combat and Brave Bird does a lot to this team. Close Combat obviously can hit the Treads as well as the Hydreigon. Is still neutral on the Keldeo, neutral on the Boulder, neutral on the Ogrepon. Brave Bird, good against the Keldeo, neutral on the Sarah Ledge, super effective on the Ogrepon. Stomping Tantrum for the Pheasantipity and the Sarah Ledge if it's non Terra, and U turn for momentum. We have our Black Sludge, Intimidate, Overquill. This is going to be our lead this game. Gunk Shot, Throat Chop, Taunt, and Spikes. We're going to try to get our Spikes up and see if they're, or try to force out the Iron Treads potentially. 248 in HP, 8 in attack, 252 in defense with a Impish Nature. Like I said, it's going to be our lead. It's also our best check to the Iron Boulder. And it also can help out with the Ogrepon, even though, yes, I know it does get Defiant. It's his ability, but even at +1, it doesn't do a ton to our Overquill, and a Gunk Shot will echo it back more than likely. So that would be a good check to a couple different things. And we have our actual other check to Iron Boulder. That's going to be our Landers, Therian, Leftovers with the Intimidate ability. Terra Water this week. Earthquake, U-Turn, Taunt, Stealth Rock, 248 in HP, 8 in attack, and 252 in defense with the Impish Nature. Like I said, this is going to be our main check. The Boulder, Taunt to stop from Swords Dancing, Stealth Rock to get some rocks up, Earthquake to hit pretty much everything on their team outside of like 2 grass types and a couple levitators, and then U-Turn to get out of there. If we see them switching out, like if we're in there in Boulder and they want to switch out, we can U-turn predicting that. And U-turn is still super effective on Boulder because it is a rock psychic type and rock does not resist bug. Our final Pokemon is our second choice scarf for our choice scarf Magic Bounce Espeon, Psychic Terra Blast, Alluring Voice Power Gem. 4 in defense, 252 in special attack, and 252 in speed with the Timid Nature, which will speed tie at the Ogrepon. Psychic does good against everything that's not named Iron Treads or Hydreigon, or I guess Iron Boulder. Those 3, everything else Psychic does at least neutral to. Super effective, obviously, on the Keldeo and the Pheasantipity. Terra Blast with Fire will take care of the Treads and the Ogrepon. Alluring Voice is there for the Hydreigon, and Power Gem is there for the non-Terra Sarah Ledge. Overall, the only thing we can't really touch at all is Boulder, so you just got to be careful of that. And otherwise, I think Choice Scarf Espeon could put some work here. But yeah, that's going to be our team to take on Lazy Boy. This is a big game, It could determine playoff seeding. If we win, we're almost guaranteed to be in, I think. And if we lose, we're more than likely out. So, uh, hoping for a good game, and hopefully we can make our spot in playoffs. I'll see you guys for battle. Okay, we're here for the battle, week 9 of the SDA, and this is kind of it. It's kind of do or die here. If we win, we're probably in the playoffs. If we lose, we're probably not. So we're gonna need a really big win here. Looking at what I'm looking at their thing, the only thing that they didn't bring was Hydreigon, which is really good for me. They did bring Cerulege, which is their Terra Captain. They brought Ghost Grass Fighting. I'm leading with our Overquill because I want to get spikes up early. What forces me out? An Iron Treads lead would force me out. For sure. And that's about it. Anything else I think I can stay in on? Keldeo, I guess, I might want to switch out on, but getting at least a layer, maybe 2 of spikes up, depending on what they go for, could be useful. I could see an Iron Treads lead for sure. I could for sure see an Iron Treads lead. However, they brought the other 5 I was expecting. The Treads, the Keldeo, the Boulder, the Ogerpon, the Pheasantipity. The only thing I was expecting was maybe Hydreigon over Cerulege, but that being their Terra Captain, I makes sense. But we are in a big game here. This one is to make the playoffs. Good luck and have fun to our opponent, though, even still. And let's hope that we can take this one. Green Bean. Okay, is that Ogerpon? Okay. I don't hate this as a lead for us. They may also want to get spikes up. We can see if that's what they want to do. Oh, they have Defiant. Okay. That's fine. Let me do some calcs here. Overquill versus Ogerpon. How much, like, at +1, how much does, like, a Stomping Tantrum do? 46 to 54, so. Yeah. I kind of just want to get the Gunk Shot off. Maybe I still do spikes, because they could switch. Actually, yeah, let's do it. Let's get the spikes up. Maybe 2. Okay. Now let's see. Is it just Treads? Just their de facto answer to this? It very well could be. Elon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna be the Treads. Okay. And I imagine it's just a Rapid Spin come out. They could, if they want to, try to Earthquake. I'm going to go to Landers. Either way. If they make the prediction with the Ice Spinner, then that's just a great play on their end. Maybe Rotom was the safer switch, but at the same time, you know, they could try to predict, like, the Rotom coming in. There's a lot going on here. So that being said, next turn, if they don't Ice Spinner here, if they Rapid Spinner Earthquake, I might go to the Rotom to see if they have Ice Spinner. Like I said, really big game here. Definitely gotta take precautions when we can. I imagine it's just Rapid Spin though. Yeah. And boost his speed. The other question is, what would their switch into Landers be? It could just be Ogerpon or Keldeo, in which case getting a U-turn off would be nice. But I think going Rotom just makes more sense here in case they do have Ice Spinner. And if they do switch, they'll switch first, right? So that's a good thing to note. And obviously, I doubt they both switch in front of the Landers, but I could very well stay in. So I'm imagining either a hard swap here, which it doesn't look like they switched out. So maybe it was just an Ice Spinner that came out here, which would be nice. Would be good to know. Ice Spinner indeed. Okay. Does like nothing. Good to know. Good to know. We're just gonna Will-O-Wisp. Don't want to overthink it here. They Volt Switch makes sense. Again, doesn't do very much. If they go to Cerulege here, that's a really good play. Anything else is gonna get burned. I could very well see a Cerulege coming out. It would actually make a lot of sense for the Cerulege to come out here. And if I was in that position, I think Cerulege is the play I would make, just because I think that Will-O-Wisp or Overheat made sense here. If they're Flash Flyer, they could be weak armor. So if they're weak armor, it would also make sense. Trixie, what's that gonna be? Okay, Professor Dipty. We're gonna get a Will-O-Wisp off, very nice. I'm not mad about that. And I'm just gonna Volt Switch. If they're likely faster, if they aren't mid-speed, so they're gonna get you. Okay. Perfectly fine with me. If they just go back into treads, like, not a problem. If we don't get the Volt Switch off, but that's okay. Anything else, we can get Volt Switch on, so potentially in a good spot here. They just go back into treads. Okay, that's fair. That's fine. That's fair. But again, do I think they're just going to switch back out? It could make some sense. Do I think it matters, though? I think Will-O-Wisp is still the best play. You know, they could try to Rock Slide me or something. They're just going to Volt Switch again. I just think it's getting them no progress if they just keep Volt Switching between those two. Since Riptide, that's going to be the Keldeo, so if we land this Will-O-Wisp, that'd be nice. Very nice. Okay. So something's going to take a hit here. I think it's going to be Espeon. How much does Espeon take from like a Surf or a Hydro Pump or something? Versus takes 56 to 66 from a Surf. But we're Scarf, so we will be faster. They're gonna Surf. Yep, okay, that's right about the range I thought it would do. Okay, the real question is, what's their switch into a Psychic? It could be the Iron Treads or the Iron Boulder. I could see both coming in. I could also see maybe the Keldeo staying in if it's Scarfed. I'm just gonna Psychic. If it is the Treads, we know that for next time that we can get a relatively free Terra Blast Fire off, even though it's not the best play ever. You know, if that's what the prediction we want to make. They do stay in. And we're going to take down the Keldeo. Espeon is going to KO Keldeo with Psychic. Perfect. Awesome. The Keldeo going down is big for us, I think. That's one of the big threats that our team struggled to deal with. And getting rid of it that easily there, I think is a big turn. You know, it frees up some of our mons from having to take a hit. You know, next time maybe I had to go to Masquerade or something like that because, you know, Espeon couldn't take another one. And Espeon looks really good here. They're gonna go Big Mac. Is the Iron Boulder. Are they booster? They are booster speed, I imagine? Booster speed, okay. I am just gonna go to Landorus. This is our best check to this thing. And now that we've popped its booster speed, I think we'll be in a good spot in the future if it switches out. You're going to intimidate it. You're going to mighty quick. That does very little. Good for us, good for us. What comes in here? I don't know, but I'm going to put up Stealth Rocks and see what they decide to go for. They're going to withdraw. That's what I expected. Into the Ogerpon. Okay. So as Ogerpon comes out, we're going to get our Stealth Rocks up. And what do I think they're going to go into? I don't know. I think they could just Ivy Cudgel if they really wanted to. I'm going to go to our Overquill. I know it's going to give it a Defiant boost. But we'll get the +1. But it's kind of just a risk I have to take here. This is our best thing to check it. We're going to knock it off. Okay. It doesn't do very much. That's fine. Do I want to make an aggressive switch here for them switching into the Iron Treads? Let me see. I could make the does Zapdos KO Iron Treads in one? It can, if it's not max HP. If it's max HP, it's not likely. I'm just gonna Gunk Shot. If they do stay in, I doubt. Oh, they do U-turn up. I imagine it's Iron Treads that comes in here. Anything else will take a nice Gunk Shot if he decides to go anything else, but I really don't think it's anything but Iron. Yeah, Iron Treads for sure. Okay. Obviously, our Gunk Shot doesn't affect him. That's fine. I think going Rotom makes sense. You know, whether they decide to Rapid Spin or whether they decide to Earthquake. You know, Rapid Spin won't do very much. Earthquake obviously will do 0. Levitate. They're gonna Ice Spinner. It's fine by me. I'm gonna just Pain Split. Everything they have is relatively high. That's fine. That kind of can put it in almost close combat range from our Scarfed Zapdos. I'm gonna Volt Switch here, and I'm assuming they Volt Switch first. Yep, perfect. And what are they going to go into? I imagine the Pheasantipity. That's what they went into last time. I don't see why they wouldn't do it again. Yep. I did very little. I might be able to see the Rotom Heat versus Serendipity. Volt's just 20 to 24 to non-max HP. The max HP does 17 to 20. So that could be just around max HP range. I think going to Landers makes some sense, or Espeon. I think I'm gonna go to Espeon. They are leftovers. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Or Black Sludge, same difference. What's their switch into a Psychic here? I could absolutely seeing it being Iron Boulder, Espeon to an Iron Boulder. How much are we doing? Psychic does 21 to 25. Alluring Voice can do 25 to 30. At that point, I just Psychic in case they stay in, I think. They do stay in. Psychic does how much? Oh, it leaves it at very low. They're gonna U-turn. Okay. We do live the U-turn though, which is very nice. What are they gonna go into is the question. I could see it being Boulder again. I could see it being the Iron Treads. I don't really see Cerulege coming out here unless they just want to try to Shadow Sneak and pick up a kill. So I guess it could be a possibility. I think I'm kind of expecting Terra Fighting for the Cerulege, because Ghost leaves it weak to Meowscarada, Grass leaves it weak. I guess Fighting and Grass are both not great for him here. They're going to go to Big Mac, which is the Iron Boulder. And just going right back out to Landers. This is my best check to this thing. I get the Intimidate off. He does Sword Stance. But like, even then, I think I'm still pretty free to Earthquake or U-turn. I think I prefer U-turning because if they do end up trying to go, if they just try to hit me, that's fine. I come in with my Scarf Zapdos and clean it up. Or if they try to switch out into Ogerpon again, I'll get the U-turn damage off. They do just Mighty Cleave. It does a chunk, but still over above half. We U-turn do over half. So let me just double check. Zapdos to Iron Boulder. Close combat to 71 to 84. But U-turn actually also will kill. And the reason I didn't go to Meowscarada here is this thing, I imagine, is max speed to outspeed the Meowscarada. So yeah, I think I just U-turn the Boulder. This should kill. It does indeed. So Zapdos KOs Iron Boulder with U-turn. And I think just going Meowscarada is my best play here. We can see what they try to go into to answer it. Maybe Pheasantipity. I guess Cerulege could be an option. They're going to be Ogerpon. Okay. If it's Scarfed Ogerpon, It could be faster. Otherwise, it will not be. We've only seen it click U-turn. I don't have any reason to believe it's not scarfed. And how fast they send it out, it just makes me think it's 100% scarfed. For that reason, I might actually... I'm thinking about going Zapdos. How much would an Ivy Cudgel do? How much would a U-turn do? Ivy Cudgel, nothing. U-turn, nothing. Okay, yeah. Zapdos is going to be my play here. A U-turn does very little. So I'm pretty convinced that the Ogerpon there is scarfed, which means I definitely need. Actually, it will be faster than my Zapdos, but even still. I'm assuming this is very defensive, considering a close combat had a real chance to take it out there. I'm not gonna opt to make that play though. I am gonna go to Rotom. I'm imagining that they Volt Switch here. Yep, okay. They're gonna go out into their Cerulege. Okay. I could imagine this thing trying to set up a Swords Dance here, but we'll see what they opt to go for. Actually, if they have no speed, will be faster. If they have any speed, they're likely faster. So this will actually give us some good intel. I imagine that they have some speed and will be faster. They're gonna Flame Charge. Okay. The Volt Switch does a good chunk. I'm just gonna go to our Overquill. This is what it's here for. It's gonna intimidate it. Obviously, it could be Clear Amulet. Indeed, it is Clear Amulet. Okay, good to know. That being said, I'm just Throat Chopping. I have no reason not to. They're gonna bulk up. Okay. That could be weakness policy. Oh no, they're Clear Amulet. I'm stupid. Okay, so I just Throat Chop again. I don't even know if they have anything that could even take me out from here. Bitter Blade might be able to. Let's find out. At +1, it does. Okay. Actually, they're neutral. That was neutral because they because they did. Oh no, it was +1 because they have Clear Amulet, right? So. How much does Espeon do? They probably have Shadow Sneak, though. So, let me see. This is Cerulege. So they're +1, +1, and +1 speed. Zapdos is still faster and can kill them from this range, so I think that's what I'm going to choose to go to. Brave Bird always kills from this range, no matter what their Terra is. They could choose to save this and decide to set up later. They're not going to. And Zapdos is going to claim the kill. Zapdos, KOs, Cerulege, Brave Bird. And I'm just gonna go right back into Rotom. I have no reason not to. Having their, three of their biggest threats go down is actually really big for us too. They're gonna Volt Switch. gonna go to Green Bean, which is the Ogre Pawn. I mean, in my mind, they're U-turning into Pheasantipity. I don't know why they make this play, because like I don't really know what it does. But I also don't see any reason not to just overheat. Like, they knock me off. Okay. That shouldn't kill. And as long as we hit this overheat, this probably goes down. It does. Okay. Proto. Heat. KOs. Ogre Pawn. With overheat. It's looking really good for us, I think. Elon Tusk comes out. Again, I see no reason not to just click overheat again. I mean, we're -2. They're gonna rapid spin. Okay. I'd click overheat again. They're gonna rapid spin again. It does take us out. Okay. Iron Shreds. KOs. Proton. With rapid spin. They're pretty low though, and I think Meowscarada's Sucker Punch should kill them from here. So I'm gonna do that. Let me double check. How much does it do? Meowscarada, Sucker Punch, 2 Iron Shreds. Yeah, Sucker Punch looks like it's about in range to kill from here. Indeed it is. Meowscarada KOs Iron Shreds with Sucker Punch. And our last Pokemon is going to be the Pheasantipity. A Sucker Punch again should just kill if they attack. If they roost, that's fine. I'll U-turn next turn. I probably should U-turn here. They don't. Alright. Meowscarada KOs Fez with Sucker Punch. And I think that's it, guys. I think we are going to be able to make playoffs with that win. Big win for us to improve to 6-3 on the season. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys for hopefully playoffs next week.